Hi guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. My name is Ashley Anya and I do lifestyle, art, and DIY videos. Today I'm going to be making over this lantern that I got from Target in the Bullseye Playground section for $5. The first thing that I'm going to want to do is take some alcohol and clean off the sides. I like using alcohol because it cleans and disinfects and it doesn't stay wet. Next, I'm going to be taking Liquitex Basics gesso and just applying it with a sponge brush all over the lantern just to give it a nice base. The lantern's pretty slick, so for what I want to do, I just want to make sure that the next step will actually stick to it. Putting on a primer like this took a lot longer than I would have liked, so I think if I were to do this again, I would definitely just buy a spray primer because that would cut down on time. After you're done applying the primer, you're going to want to let it dry for maybe at least 30 minutes minimum. I gave mine an hour before I started working on the next layer. Okay, so now it's dry and I'm gonna be using this cheap paint that I had, which I also regret. I had to do so many layers of this cheap paint, but I did find out after this that you can just get white chalk paint and it goes on super matte and you don't have to do that many layers. So go ahead and just buy that instead. I think I got mine for $1 at Walmart. It was just a small tube, but yeah, just to avoid like doing a million layers, you could just buy a more matte paint. For this DIY, in the beginning, I was just trying to do it with things I already had in the house, which is why this has been such a great learning experience for me. But now that I'm invested in this project, I think I have to find a better solution to do it in a professional looking way, but on a budget. So this is the part of this whole project that I've been dying to do. It was really hard to wait for everything to dry in order for me to get to this point, but here is the chalk paint. I went and got it because I didn't want to screw this up this time, and that is baking soda, and there is no real measuring going on here. I just poured some baking soda and I'm mixing it with the chalk paint to get the consistency that I think would look nice. You don't want to make it too runny, but if it's too thick, it won't go on right. So you just kind of have to play with it. This is my first time doing this, but I definitely really liked it. So I'm sure the more I do it, the better it'll be. So here it is. It's a little thick, but let's see. I'm trying to make an effort to make all my brush strokes kind of go the same direction. For me, I think it just looks more cohesive, but there really is no wrong way to do it. I didn't try it the other way, but I'm just used to painting like this, making everything go the same way. So now I'm gonna work on this handle here. I wanted to see if I could put these beads on because I thought it would look super cute, but it turned out that they didn't fit around that corner. So I'm taking this hemp string that I had and I'm just hot gluing it on. I just put a dab of glue and then I'm pulling it real tight. And we're just gonna do another dab. I'm gonna wrap it around really tight and try to go a little bit fast before the glue dries so it'll actually stick. And this is a little bit time consuming, but as long as you do it neatly, it will be worth it. So this is how it turned out. Once my lantern is finished, I'm gonna tuck in the hemp strings and glue them. Now it's time to Mod Podge this thing. I got this at Hobby Lobby for $5.99, and I'm basically just gonna take my brush and go along the sides, making sure it's completely covered, and that's just gonna seal it all in and protect it. It just gives it a really nice finished look. I did take a lot of time to seal it with the Mod Podge because the texture of the baking soda paint when it's dry and unsealed is like pretty rough, and it seemed like it would flake off if anything bumped it, or it would easily be scratched. So in order to preserve the project, I was pretty thorough about sealing it all the way in like every little crevice, and it'll be worth it in the long run. And this is the final result. I really love the way that it came out. I think the baking soda paint makes it look very homemade but classy. And I think it's gonna be a great addition for my home for the holidays. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and don't be shy to leave a comment. See you next time.